When I think of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, I don't think of a video game. I think of an experience, and that's exactly what it is. Since I've been playing Avatar Frontiers of Pandora for a good couple of months now, and I've just completed the game, let me tell you right now, this game is phenomenal. I know I'm a little late to the topic, but if you haven't been keeping up, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is a relatively new Ubisoft game. It came out December 7th of last year, and is a first-person action-adventure game set in the world of the western frontier of Pandora, which is a whole new area of Pandora not featured in previous Avatar films. And the game surprisingly hasn't had much popularity. In this video, I'm mainly going to be going over the game and see if you should buy it or not. Now, I'm not going to be giving any spoilers to the storyline, but I will be showing off some mechanics and locations that may not have been revealed in the trailers. Now, this video is not going to be a showcase of the game. It's more going to be a review of the game and if it's worth it for you to buy. If you want to see a showcase of the game, check out my previous video that I made. And if you're just an Avatar fan, I made a lot of different Avatar content before this. One thing I love about this game is the range of difficulty and freedom. You have the option to take down high-level bases even when you are very weak. I took down the extractor plant when I was level 8. It is the highest level base in the game, and it took me about 2 days to beat, but eventually I finished it, and the game allowed me to. It allows players to explore the majority of the world pretty early on in the game. This game is great because it doesn't limit your player progression, and you can do whatever you feel like doing. Another promising aspect I like is that the game doesn't follow the movies and has a unique aspect to your character, which allows you to fully customize your character. I can't talk too much about the clans without revealing spoilers, but each clans have different quests and operations while still keeping the charm of the Na'vi. One of my favorite new elements of the game is that it also has a huge aspect of stealth. You're encouraged to play stealthily in most parts of the game, and the game will actually reward you by giving you loot if you successfully defeat the base without the base being alert. Now, obviously, this game isn't a full-fledged masterpiece, but it does have noticeable flaws. It has been poorly rated by many critics, saying that the main story was very bland and the combat system in terms of aiming is terrible. I'll be honest, as I think the story was a letdown, at least for me. While the main story was bland, the open world adventure and side quests add a notable part to the game and make up for the inadequate story. As far as the combat goes, it's very similar to elements of Far Cry games, and it took me a while to get used to. It is a big change and might be a letdown to some folks, but as I've said before, it makes the game unique. Many people also disagree with the decision to make the game first person, but honestly, it also makes the game very unique. I feel like the first person perspective adds more immersion to the game because of its point of view. For example, the game is trying to immerse you in the perspective of a Na'vi and relearning the traits of your culture, and first person perspective makes the experience more surreal. This game is a very well balanced Avatar game. What I mean is, Avatar movies are normally known to be stunning but with a basic story. Sadly, this is still the case with the video game adaptation. I did feel like the story was a little lackluster, but there will be a DLC releasing this summer. It will add 2 new story packs called the Skybreaker and the Seekers of the Spires, offering fresh storylines and gameplay, which could inevitably enhance the game, and I'll likely be releasing a video about it. Although the story isn't that good, the game mechanics are top-notch. There are so many skills you can unlock which trigger the exploration aspect. You have to find certain items around the map to unlock skill points, which then unlock skills. The game does shine for its massive amount of exploration possible. The world is beautiful and alive. There are so many different things to do. You can explore caves, hunt for skill points, experiment with cooking, destroy bases, or even just explore the world of Pandora. In the game, there are so many different outposts and hidden details to find. The developers put most of their time into the world design of this world. I've been saying this for a while now, but the world of Pandora is something special. There's just something about exploring the forests of Pandora that keeps me entertained. The game also has a lot of side quests, explorations, and challenges. Although I will admit, though the side missions are certainly entertaining, they tend to get a little repetitive once you get late into the game. There are only a couple of base designs, and they are copied and pasted throughout the map. This could lead to it getting redundant, and once you figure out the pattern of the base a couple of times, they get really easy. Trust me, I can speak from experience. But the reason I kept playing the game was the wonder of what could be next. What gear could this get me? What materials can I find here? The exploration and leveling system take an incredible role in this game. Now for the segment that everyone's been waiting for. Should you buy Avatar Frontiers of Pandora? I will not go into depth to convince you to buy the game. If you're someone who's heavily invested in action-adventure games, someone who loves to explore, someone who loves to solve puzzles, or just someone who loves the Avatar franchise, I heavily recommend this game. I can speak from experience. I love all those said genres, and I enjoyed this game very much. But if you're worried mostly about the main story, don't be, because here's the thing. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora isn't just about the main story. It's about the journeys, the exploration, and the sense of discovery. Despite its narrative shortcomings, the game excels in providing players with a vast array of skills to unlock, challenges to overcome, and mysteries to unravel. And with the promise of upcoming DLC, there's even more content on the horizon to keep you engaged. Ultimately, the decision is yours to make. But if you decide to take the plunge, rest assured that you'll be in for a real thrilling ride through the heart of Pandora. And with that, you have made it to the end of the video. Before you go, don't forget to check out my other Avatar-related videos for more insights, discussions, and updates on the franchise. And if you're excited about the future for Avatar content and the upcoming DLC for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for the latest news and reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.